Welcome to another episode of Zero Ales and Hockey Tales with Wally. And today I am so excited to have on a 33, 36, and approximately 40-year-old from Thorold, Ontario, Canada, Halifax, Nova Scotia, Canada, and Cardiff, Wales. Their hockey journey has taken them to Canada, the USA, Sweden, Russia, Finland, Germany, Wales, Austria, and Norway. And one of them loves ketchup, but they're legends of the shed from episodes 8, 20, 32, 34 and a half, and 85 and a half, combining for 2,439 plays, listens, or goals. Another is spreading his hockey wings in Graz, Austria, and is doing it with the sharpest skates in the league because one of them is the most professional equipment manager in the sport. Welcome back to the shed, Dicko, Dease, and the GOAT.
Nice, Wally. Real nice.
That was good.
Thank you. So you guys have never met. We just covered. I didn't know if Dicko was in Cardiff with you.
No, he came in the year I was in Manchester, I think, because I'd hang over the bench and chirp the life out of him for his long hair.
Oh yeah, he chirped my hair all the time.
Every time.
You chirped
You
his
had a
hair?
couple good ones too. I can't remember what they were, but it was funny. I was laughing.
The fans that came on yesterday in the shed, they told me your hair was gorgeous. Best hair in the league.
Maybe with a helmet on. Getting a little thin up top now, but that's why I wear a hat.
Gorgeous, Flo. Gorgeous. And speaking of hats, you were one of the guys that got me legit in the shed. You got me one of my first sponsors, which was Plumbers Golf. Shout out to them. Yeah, episode 32, Plumbers Golf was one of my first ever sponsors, and guys of beauty. We still actually kept in touch.
Good guy.
Good guy, good hats, good clothes.
Yeah,
check it out. So, but how we know each other, the main reason why I wanted to have you guys on here is because your jerseys are up for raffle. Dicko, you might not have even known this, but a guy donated a game-worn Steven Dixon jersey to me, and someone else donated a Graz 99ers full team signed jersey, which has the GOAT on it. Dease, did you sign it?
I did sign it for you, Wally, just for you.
Equipment managers do sign jerseys then.
Yeah.
You should, because you are a shed legend. But that's at my website.
Am I the first three-time guy on here?
Nah, Mosey's been on 3, I think. Maybe.
That makes sense.
But anyways, my website, www.eilshockeytales.com. We are raising money for episode 34. Garrett Mears, him and his wife was in a car accident. They got a 3-month-old, a lot of expenses, and I'm raising money for my friends. So please go buy raffle tickets for Dicko's jersey and for those two donkeys, Dease and the GOAT. They've signed it. You can sleep in it. You can do whatever you want with it. We're not going to ask any questions. We're just going to send it to you and let you have your way with that jersey. Right, guys?
Oh, yeah, that's right. And for anyone who wins the Graz jersey, I can include a Joey Martin signed puck.
Oh, there we go.
Whatever you still wish, really. We can make it happen. Let's just pump those numbers up.
Exactly. So this is the last week, folks. I guess we'll find out Saturday who wins this shit. So buy your tickets before it's too late. Also, my jersey's up there. I guess I never said that. My jersey's also up for raffle. It's the last one ever. They're not making that shit anymore. Okay. So other part of how I got written down that we know each other, I guess, is you two were the goal scorers at Wally night.
Oh, is that right?
Were we?
I think
Nice.
Marty scored the first one when I ripped my jersey off because that got his juices flowing. I knew that. And then by the time I got my shirt back on and I gave the flag back to the poor girl, you had scored the second one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's good.
There's a picture of
You
you
had us fired
smiling
up,
with me.
Wally.
Yeah, well, there's a picture of you smiling because you had scored, and then me topless at the other end of the arena.
You naked, Wally? No.
I wasn't
believe it.
naked. I was in the stands, Dease.
You were semi-naked.
Yeah, well, that's how we know each other, folks. If you haven't heard the Dease episode, we used to do pregame speeches together. This was before Dixon's time in Cardiff. Things got weird, eh, Dease?
Dicko would have loved it.
Marty
Oh,
saw
I
it.
would have. Yeah. That's right up my alley.
May have introduced the Graz boys to it too.
That's one of my questions. So I heard that you're back in the pregame speaking business.
I'm back. I came out of retirement and I got it done.
Naked?
We went 3-0, and then we lost a tight one. and then I had to shut it down. But
It was-
partial
They only
retirement.
gave you one loss and they shut you down after one loss.
I shut it down. I shut it down.
You
It
just
seemed
yeah,
like-
it's just not the same, eh? You're trying to
You
recreate. You
know,
can't do it.
It's a little different. Like the room over here is a little quieter. I don't know if that's like European, but like it's been even last year in Norway, I thought it was a pretty quiet room. Then this year, like it's really quiet. And so I kind of knew Dease was like, we were in a bit of a losing skid. Things weren't good. And like, you know, when the room's quiet, there was just like nothing going on. Dease is like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. And I was kind of like,
So did
oh,
he pull his
yeah, like-
pecker out? Like he was naked?
yeah, hold on. And like, I just didn't know how it would go over in this type of setting, you know, because it's like quiet before the game. But sure enough, like he came out with a bang and it was awesome. Like we have like, you know, the little sweat towels, like everybody's like waving the towels in the air and going nuts. So these fired us up. It was awesome.
They didn't figure out that I made them watch wrestling videos on the team TV. Every morning I come in and I click on like WrestleMania 12 and shit with Hulk Hogan.
So who
And,
were you? You were Hulk Hogan? Is that what you came in?
I was the Hulkster. So I came out, I just played Real American and I
Yeah.
waited for the build up and then
You
I
went
just
back to
came
our
out.
old bag of tricks, eh?
Oh yeah, I had the blonde wig, ripped the shirt off. It was beautiful.
Did you get in anybody's face? Is there any quiet psychos like Richie?
Oh, I got in a lot of faces.
Did you?
A lot.
You tell them they were gonna take the whole hammer?
There was a lot of disturbed Austrians. That's all I can say.
Yeah, there's a lot of shots.
I'm just
Lot of
glad there's still people having fun in the hockey world. That sounds like a lot of fun, and I would have been pumped up seeing you run around like that.
We thought of you, obviously.
I know. Yeah, Dease was letting me know he was coming out of retirement, and I was hoping it went well. You know, nobody can start 9-0 like we did, right, Dease? But
We were hot, Wally. We were very, very hot. But the worst one was that playoff. We lost in the playoffs. I think we lost to Coventry. where they
6-0.
pumped it. Yeah, they pumped us on.
that's
the
when I
Saturday.
was SWAT, when I had SWAT
Yeah.
on my chest and I looked like a Smurf.
And then me and you were buckled for the Sunday third, fourth place game. And Lord
Buckled.
was screaming at us that he wanted a pre-game, and we're like, "What do you mean? We're just
Yeah.
shit cans here."
My career is over. I don't play for third place, and I don't do pregame speeches for third
Yeah.
place.
And Lord
Not a
made it
chance.
do it. It was ugly, real ugly.
Yeah. And the other team was they were as crushed as we were. And our team
Well,
went out there like Marty, you guys were all sober and you guys just ran amok against those poor drunk boys from Fife.
Yeah, I didn't play that game, but yeah, it was.
That's because I went out drinking.
Oh, you took the option, eh?
I had the option.
I got put Pigsy.
Marty doesn't play for third place either, folks.
Who put me to bed? I think it was Pigsy got a phone call from the front desk to put me to bed at 4 a.m. because I couldn't talk. I said to Lord, "I'm going out for a couple of beers with my buddy," and it turned into like Jaeger Bomb City. And I was drinking with the 5 guys until 4 a.m. It was sideways. And then in
Those
the morning,
playoff weekends are really, really fun,
Oh,
especially when you don't have to
unbelievable.
do the hockey thing.
Yeah,
Really
like
good
it'd be an interesting experience if you weren't part of the hockey.
I wasn't. I was a pregame speaker and I lived it up.
unbelievable. But in the morning, I'm shit canned, and I was heading to the rink for like 9 a.m. Press the elevator button.
Bet you
I
those
was like-
skates weren't that sharp that day, eh?
No, there's another story. But I went to get in the elevator, and who was coming out the elevator from breakfast? Lordo. And I literally burped in his face and just went, "Morning." So you can imagine how that went. And then we had
can.
Kirka. And right before the game, Kirka said, "Dease, can you sharpen my skates?" And I just sat there and went, "Fuck off, Kirka." I'm shit-faced.
Jeez. Hey, remember in the intro when I said you were the most professional equipment manager in the
Yeah.
sport? Clean it up, Dease. It's
Yeah.
PG-13.
I don't
family
think-
show. Family show.
Sorry.
So Marty, the other way we know each other though is Dicko got me plumbers golf, and your episode 37.5 was Naya Securities. And you know what? They asked me to pitch it to Todd to try and get them back in, get them a
Shout out
contract.
to the Maloney's.
And guess what? The Maloney's are back in business with the Devils.
Nice.
Yeah.
Look at you making connections.
Martin and Ricky, my boys.
They're working the stairs again. They're telling people when to sit down or stand up. Good work, fellas.
Nice.
What do you think,
That's
Dicko?
Ricky
You
the
feel
Ricky
safe
the
at the
top,
arena
though.
in Cardiff?
You tell
Good
Ricky
guys.
when-
Yeah, we had our signing there the other day. They were up there managing the line. They're good guys.
Yeah, yeah. You probably feel safer with them as the security team than in say maybe Fife, right?
Yeah, Dundee.
Or
That was in
yeah.
Dundee.
That was in Dundee. Yeah, that was quite
sorry.
quite
Yeah,
an
I just
episode,
saw I
yeah.
saw the highlight reel. It looked like really exciting hockey.
Oh, man,
I didn't even know that. I didn't know the guy
Holocaust
threw a beer
Holocaust
bottle
expert.
till I
Hey,
saw the
Dease,
video.
background talker, shut up. Dicko's
Whoa.
talking. Good God.
Oh no, I was just saying I didn't know the fan threw the beer bottle until I saw the video after on Instagram.
So he threw a beer bottle and then ran down the stairs?
Yes, yeah.
He really went down the stairs with passion.
Yeah,
He
he
was
came
going.
flying. He
Quick
looked like
feet.
Sonic the Hedgehog coming down. It was
Yeah.
Quite
I don't know.
impressive,
What do you think was going through his head? Like he really had some balls there. Like what did he think that was going to work out well for him if he got there?
I don't know. I mean, it didn't even get close to that. Well, maybe kind of close, but he didn't really jump at him. You know what I mean?
He was just putting on a show. He didn't want to get
Yeah.
Kind
it
of looked like a
wasn't,
show. He
Yeah,
sprinted up and then kind of
He got
stopped.
6 foot away and went, oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Oh wow, they're way
Yeah.
bigger than me, and they have sticks and helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty funny watching it now, though.
It was funny. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty exciting though. That's the hockey. That's just exciting for everybody. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Here's my next random question. We'll start with Dicko. If it was late and you're at Chippy Lane, what would you order?
Good question.
I'd go with the donor,
Yeah.
the lamb donor there. I forget
Tzatziki?
the name of the place. I always go in it there. You know, there's like 3 of them there right in a row.
Yeah, I do know.
On the left,
You didn't go to, it wasn't Dorothy's, it was one across.
Tony's. You would have gone Tony's right next to
No,
it.
start with an R, Ron.
There is some
Ron?
suspect donors on Chippy Lane though. Like once you've been
Yeah.
to Germany and you've been elsewhere and you see what they can do with a pizza oven and whatnot, like
Oh, they do.
But
some
yeah, I
high-end
get,
stuff here.
I go for the donors. Reminds me, we have the donairs in Halifax. So late night, everyone leaves the bar, gets a donair. So it somewhat reminds me of that. Not quite the same, but close enough.
the one thing I want to bring up is because I did have a donair sub this week.
Ooh,
I'm not into the donair sauce. I would rather tzatziki.
Oh,
It reminds me
Yeah.
of
No.
a different fluid that like it's just
yeah, it's very sweet, but I mean, that's
Yeah.
people in Halifax love it.
Yeah, I'm a tzatziki.
I love it too.
You like the donair sauce?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well,
I love
okay.
the donairs. Love the donair sauce.
Yeah, I know.
I
You're
could eat
talking
them every
dirty to me
day,
again.
but I could eat them every day, but I'd be 300 pounds.
I actually did in Germany.
nothing wrong with 300 pounds.
There, right beside the Beatingheim Arena, there is one of the best donor shops going.
Really?
They would roll out the dough right in front of you, and then they'd even make like fresh fries and put them in your wrap. I'm not even joking.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh, I
good.
like that.
So like a gyro.
yeah,
It beefs it up a little bit, you know.
Really,
Really
have that in the city here. the Turkish
beefed me
place
up
that-
too. Yeah. They wondered why I got fat in Beatingheim. They had a donair shop right beside the rink, and I had a meat sponsor that gave me free meat. They wonder why I had
boy.
the meat sweats. Okay. Dease, what would you order?
I would be ordering a donair.
Yeah,
but
I know you would. You remember when we'd
Probably
stop on
would.
the bus after games and we ordered a couple donairs when the bus
Oh.
would stop, and then we brought it back
We
on
were
the
in
bus, and
Glasgow.
Lordo lost his mind on me.
I remember he gave us $10 each. We were in Glasgow. Do you remember? We were in Glasgow. We'd won. He gave every guy 10 pounds, and he said, "Okay, see you later." Like Franny and a couple of the guys got back on with Chinese. Someone else got on with fish and chips, and then me and Wally come scooting on with the greasiest donut ever.
He let me know I wasn't being a pro that night. And I
Oh,
said,
yeah.
well, I play better when I'm happy, and donairs make me happy.
Yeah, he tried telling me off, and I'm like, Gordo, what have I got to be in shape for? You don't need to be in shape to sharpen skates. Leave me alone.
Okay, Marty, what would you order?
Oh, I'm going donair, but with tzatziki and a little. They have that garlic. That
To-
big
oh,
piece of
yeah.
garlic sauce too.
Yeah, you can even put some spicy sauce on
Yeah.
there, but yeah, the base has
That'd be
got to
my
be tzatziki. That donair is the sauce. How?
Ratana. That's the
I
place.
think it's Ratana.
Ratana. Dicko, isn't it
It
Ratana?
could be, yeah. I mean,
It's the
If you
It's
make
the
it down
place
to
where-
Chippy name, you can't really read the signs there anyway.
That's very true. Everything moves like this.
Yeah.
It's the place where Benty always told the guy to wear gloves when he's handling the chicken.
I can imagine Benty.
And the guy's yelling at Benty, going, "Every time you come in here, you tell me to change my gloves."
Oh, that's funny.
he was worried about getting food poisoning or what?
I mean, not really.
Look,
But
You're
it's
heading down
always
Chippy Lane.
body
You might
shape.
catch
I
a
don't
couple
think he was
infections.
worried about food poisoning.
No.
Okay. Question, Marty. We haven't caught up since you've been in Austria. Is
Yeah,
Dease
it's been a
behaving
while.
himself?
Dease
Yeah.
actually is really behaving himself. It's been
Most
kind of-
professional equipment manager in the sport?
Yeah, he's been like dialed in. No, he's been awesome. He's got it made over here though, to be honest. Like his setup is real good. His office is like nicer than the coaches.
I
They're
actually,
actually-
that's where you potted from last time, right? Or one of the times. You had all
First
the,
time I think I potted from my office.
yeah, it looked legit.
Yeah, no, Dease is grown up. He's behaving and he's
That doesn't sound fun at all. Who are
I
your
still
line
got
mates?
5 bottles of whiskey on my desk though, Wally.
yeah, I mean,
Marty, what are you playing? Second line, second PP? What are you doing?
kind of been all over. We've had a weird year. I would say I'm in the top line now.
Yep.
Second
Center-
power play.
You playing center?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't play
Never
wing.
played- I've
Good
never
God.
played wing.
Can we talk about why you do tongues out? Because my son is doing tongues out and I think it's ugly and he won't switch. And I know your tongues out. So how did that all start? Why you tongues out? It's
Yeah,
disgusting.
That's like, I think
More
the way,
agility.
no, when I was younger, like, you know, when your dad first put on your skates and tied them, he just like did them that way. So I just,
And
stuck
I
with
kept
it.
trying to put the tongue in and he's like, no, I want it out. I'm like, stop.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know like it looked cool. It wasn't like for show or anything. It was just like what I knew and I just kept it.
What about you, Dicko? You're tucking those things in, eh?
I'm tucking them in, yeah, but I always had tongues out up until I think I switched over to the vapor and they kind of had the hard tongue where they were hard to, like the old school vapor where they had the plastic. I think it
Plastic
was like
on the
first
inside.
vapor they had, yeah, where the tongue wasn't so big, so you couldn't. It was hard to get them out there, so I just tucked them in.
Yeah,
And
60.
yeah, they were the best ones too.
So what age were you when you're starting to keep them out? Or no, you started putting them in.
I think I started putting them in junior.
Interesting. I
Up
never
until
did it.
junior, I had them out.
I
there.
always put them in, and I don't know. It's just interesting because Colby and
Why
I
does
disagree.
Colby like it? Has he?
I don't know.
seen-
He doesn't really explain it to me. He just says, no, this is what I like. Stop telling me what to do. And I'm like, huh. Okay.
I think I put them back out. My first 2 years of pro, I had those Reeboks,
Oh, with the
the
pump.
silver ones, but they had a decent tongue to put out, so I had them out for.
Were you pumping up your tongues too? Did you have the pumps?
No, I never
Not
used
old
the pump.
enough
I
for
had the
that.
pumps though, but I think they were like fake pumps. They didn't work.
Yeah, when you're a kid, having stuff that pumped up was pretty cool. Shoes,
Yeah,
skates.
oh,
Yeah.
You remember the
Awesome.
shoes, my dressing room shoes, Marty? I had the old retro Reebok pumps. Do you remember those?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember those.
They were sick.
Are you
ladies,
still
so
wearing
didn't have-
pump ups?
I lost them. I'd still have them if I knew where they were, but you didn't have to tie them. You just slip them right on, pump them up.
That was perfect.
Oh yeah, they were sick.
Those were nice. I like those.
Beauty.
Dease has got the collection. He's got the LeBron.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I got a lot of sneaks. Hell of
I
a
love
lot.
sneakers.
You like
There's good
sneakers?
sneakers here in Cardiff too. Every time I go to the mall, I'm like, oh man, look at those.
I own 2 pairs of shoes. I have my running shoes and I have my fancy shoes when I used to go to work. And
don't
I
go
wear them
running.
to coach now. I look really fancy when I put my brown ones on.
Are you guys not going back to work now with the COVID?
I've been here for a while now.
Okay, it's not bad.
No, rumor has it I'm going back in around February is the rumor. But
Okay.
Wow.
we're gonna keep riding this out.
yeah, wow.
Yeah, not the worst.
No, it's not. So how is everything else in Graz? Is that your apartment? Where are you guys?
We're at my place.
This is
Your place?
Dease's living room. Dease's
Oh.
palace.
It's nice you sat up for this pod. Last time Dease was just laying there in his bed talking to me. It was weird.
It's like the desk.
Dease's penthouse.
Wow, you do have a pretty nice apartment, eh?
Got a nice and festive here.
So how far do you live away
It's
from it,
not
Marty?
that great.
I'm like down the hall, same floor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a bunch of us like in the same complex, which is kind of nice.
So then the rink's right by there too, or what?
Yeah, and then the
Yeah,
rinks,
you can see it right here.
Huh. It's fun when everybody lives by each other, eh? A lot more action then.
It is.
Gong show.
No, it is nice. Everybody like kind of together, just pop up.
Right. That's fun.
I
When
like
you,
it.
it's like when we were in Cardiff and there was like Haddad and Cully and Hendo and Hoth, and we were all in that same little area. Fun times.
It's good.
Okay. Dicko, how are the new boys? You're on like it's a whole different team in Cardiff now, eh?
Yeah, no, we got a great group of guys though. It's obviously different. We had, before there was a lot of guys, Marty and the boys, we had a pretty good crew there and guys that were in Cardiff for a little while. And yeah, we got all new guys, but no, it's a good group of guys. Everyone gets along well.
That
That's good.
one guy scores a lot, eh? Brody Reed, 14 goals in 16 games.
Oh yeah, he's got a hell of a shot.
Is he like in
Good
the
one
slot
timer.
on the PP, or he's not standing in front?
No, he's playing the flank like on his one-timer side,
Left shot?
righty.
Yeah.
But he's
Shows how-
got the slap shot. He's got a pretty deceptive wrister too. He can sneak him 5-hole or he goes high glove. It's
Yeah.
no, he's been doing really good.
I
he
could never
started
do
off-
the 5-hole shots.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever shot 5-hole.
No, I know. It's
I
NHL,
haven't.
You see them.
It doesn't even cross my mind, but it
But
seems
seriously, like
something
when it doesnn't go in, like you look like a donkey. You're like, well, the goalies are warmed up, right? Shooting it right at him.
yeah, I get it. I know it's tough. It actually doesn't cross my mind.
No.
No, once I got like really old and slow, I had to try and get a little more creative, and I started trying to slip a couple. But realistically, you're going in. It's like we're
Just
going
better
one on
go
one
in.
against the glove, right? We're going top.
Yeah.
It was
Every time.
top titty.
Yeah.
Or low blocker.
Yeah, as a
Ah,
lefty.
you're a
default
lefty.
shot.
That's because you're a
Blocker.
lefty. I can't
Yeah,
do
'cause
that.
you're
shit.
you're righty.
The only
Yeah,
time
you're
I can do that is
Me
if I'm
Me
cutting
and Waddy are
across.
righty, so it's always top titty. I mean, I went 5-hole twice and I got 3 kids. I mean, look at that.
Well, so last night I coached the game, or yesterday afternoon, and we were down 2-0 with 3 minutes left. I pulled the goalie, and then we got a penalty with 2-something minutes left. And I still pull the goalie, and we play 5-on-5 with no goalie. And we
Wow.
frickin' tied the game up. We scored 2 goals.
Wow.
It was nuts, man. I almost jumped over the boards onto the ice when we scored the second one because I didn't
That's
think we were
impressive.
coming back. And it was against the kids Colby goes to school with. It was against Ripley. And I was just thinking of him going to school the next day after a loss.
Just,
like-
just twirling it like a baton around school.
So now they tied and everybody can be happy at school today, right?
That's it.
Okay. So Dicko, who are you spending a lot of time with outside the rink?
Not
I
bad.
see Dougie quite a bit. It's pretty cool this year. We all live, not all of us, but there's a group of us that are close to downtown.
Are you in that group? I've talked to some of that group in the show.
Yeah, I'm not in that building. I'm just behind, but like I'm right on kind of
Lordo's gone when the boys are living in town.
Oh, I know.
That vein
I
in
think
his
I
neck could be
texted
right
him
out.
I took a picture of my location pin and I sent it to him one day. So this is where I'm at now. But yeah, I don't know if Lordo would have had it, but no, we're all
What a
pretty
chance.
close into the city. So it's good. You get a crew together for lunch and dinner and stuff. So it's actually our schedule's been pretty weird though. We play on we're away like every Sunday.
Ugh.
So usually, you have a Sunday home game. You can maybe go up to the bar, have a couple, then everyone heads out. But now it's like you get back on the bus, it's like 1 a.m. So 1:30. So that's put a damper on. Just
And
getting the
you
team
know what's
together a
funny
bit
is
more.
I bet you Todd set it up that way so you guys wouldn't drink as much.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know.
comes
It's put a
with pictures,
damper on,
so
Yeah, it puts a damper on getting the boys together and going.
You
out
need
and having
you
a
need to
couple.
do that. That was one of my questions then is I guess Marty, I'll ask you. You what any good nights out as a team yet? Halloween, Christmas parties are coming up soon. I know the boys will be excited, but we had our team Christmas party last night. It made me think of if you guys are up to anything.
You know what? We came out of the gates here hot, like preseason. We had a couple team parties that like were some of the best I've ever been a part of, and it was that
awesome. first month in like real Europe when you're just doing training camp and you get like a weekend off and just let your hair down, get after it.
Awesome. We went away one weekend with the team and like all the new guys, not even rookies, just new guys. We all like dressed up, sang songs, and like we just had such a time. And then we were also like, we were buzzing in preseason too. We were like partying, having a good time, bonding, winning. And we were like, wow,
usually how it works.
We were like, we're gonna win the league,
we were snapping it around.
What place are you in?
I don't
know. 7th,
know.
Maybe.
We've been playing better lately, but the first couple months were tough. Like
we were dog shit.
Not good.
Let's be honest.
We stopped doing team bonding. I think there's a correlation.
And you need that. You really do. Like when a team like loves each other and cares about each other and knows everything about each other is when you spend more time off the ice, is when you win more. And like people play differently when they care more about their teammates. Right? Am I wrong?
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Dicko, I don't know. What did I ask them? Oh, what did I ask you, Mark?
Oh, about nights out. Yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of hit the ground running when we got here. We didn't have like the usual lead up to, we got in, we had about a week till we started Champions League. And so guys were kind of coming. Yeah. It's not like we didn't have like the extra, maybe 2-3 weeks before for a big blowout. So we kind of got right into it, but I think we got a nice night in Switzerland there after a game. So that was good. That was a good laugh. We said Pigsy came and met us.
Oh, nice.
Pigman.
Yeah, so Pigman had things sorted for us. And then, we've been, to be honest, the schedule's been crazy. I mean, we had a nice Halloween party too. That was a good laugh.
I did see a couple good outfits. Yeah.
Yeah. I dressed up as the Colonel there, the KFC guy. That was good. But yeah, there's some good costumes. We've had a couple like that, but nothing where we could really get everyone together per se, where there just hasn't been much of a break in the schedule.
Yeah. That's tough when that happens. You need those times, you need those nights.
Yeah, and like coming up now, we've got a lot of the Saturday, Sunday, Wednesdays, and right through till right into the new year almost. We got a little break around Christmas. We get a couple days, but
gosh darn Wednesday games, that'll jam you right up, eh?
Yeah, no, not good for the social side of things.
I understand. So Marty, what's that league like? I tried to flaunt my shit at that league a few times and they always looked at me and then they're like, nah, we'll pass. So how is it?
I'm like really enjoying it. I think it's a fun league. It's like good, a lot of smart players.
Not as rough as the UK probably, eh?
No, I mean, there's still like, I would say, there's not as many like big hits. A lot of guys aren't finishing their check as much for sure. But but they're just
very
like
skilled and good.
More positional, smart players. You know what I mean? Like not everybody has to like go to their way to hit because everybody's in a good position most of the time. I like it's really fun. I like it.
Yeah, that's good. And the city's nice.
City's great. Like I kind of said this to someone. It almost reminds me of like Cardiff, where it's like it's got the big city feel without being a big city.
It's not huge, but it's big.
But it's got a lot of stuff to do. That was my favorite part of Cardiff. Is there's so much shit to do. And Dicko, watching you on Instagram, you do a lot of shit. You're not one of those.
I do a lot of shit.
There's not one of those players that goes and naps every day for 3 hours. You're out there. You're going to soccer games. You're living.
Well, I still do nap for about 2 hours a day, though. Not every day, but I'm a big napper.
Hey, do it while you can, man.
But no,
live it up.
If we get on a day off, or if we get 2 in a row, like this year, I got to Paris once. I took the train there.
The fast one that goes really fast. I put on one of those. Yeah,
that was awesome.
I went on one of those to Paris too. Yeah, they go like over 300 kilometers an hour, and it doesn't even feel like you're moving.
No, it's wild. It takes like 2 hours, 20 minutes. I didn't even know the thing existed. My buddy from home told me about it, and I was like, geez, I got to do that. But no, I like getting to like whatever's in town. If there's a concert or soccer game or rugby or I like getting up to Bath too. Bath's a good spot.
That's the one with the like saunas and stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
I
it's
never
not
went
about an
there.
hour.
Mental bath.
What's that?
With the baths. That's why it's
Yes.
called bath.
Yeah. Yeah.
Makes,
No, it's-
makes a lot of sense, eh?
Yeah. No, that's a cool city.
Yeah, it's fun living over there and getting to do shit like that.
We always had a good crew. Even with coffee, like we always had a good crew. up
Oh
there in
yeah.
Cardiff.
No, Cardiff's awesome as a city. There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
I'm getting some background noise, like I can hear myself talking. This pod might be a mess. Sorry, folks. Doing the best I can.
I don't hear
Could be
it.
me. I'm on my phone. I had a little difficulty there. My laptop got to get that repaired.
Well, my IT team supplied me with a new headset. They thought they were making fun of me, saying that the white headset will look really nice, make my eyes pop, but I can hear myself talking in the background, which sucks.
I
Anyways,
thought you jacked it off Colby's PlayStation or something.
no. I have a nice headset from my IT team. Okay. So moving on then. You're running the half wall, Marty, on the second unit.
Yeah, I am on the half wall.
You look
Other
left.
side, though.
Do you still like come up and like roll up and you're like, I'm looking left, I'm looking right, I'm looking left, I'm looking right. Then you still do
haven't
that?
seen the shimmy drop this season. Haven't
Really?
seen it.
I love when you go through the neutral zone and you're like, I'm looking left, I'm looking right. Where am I really looking?
That's all I got.
Downsky.
That's all I got. Yeah, still trying to look left, look right, but I guess it hasn't been there as much this year. It's been a weird year. But I'll try. I'll think of you and I'll try to mix it in.
Yeah, I used to do a pretty good impersonation of you in practice, before
I
practice.
remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I can still see it.
Don't forget to buy raffle tickets, folks. I know I always keep forgetting to do that. www.eilshockeytails.com. All these fellas' jerseys are on there. Okay, Dease, any equipment crises this year? Anything crazy happened during a game? Skates break, jock break, anything?
I've had nothing crazy break this year.
It's just because you're so good at your job, You aren't reactive, you're proactive,
Yeah, I've got two of everything now. Like I don't unpack when we get home from a road game because it's just like, yeah, I've already got it ready. So nothing's not too much for me to do anymore. I just sit there and like, yeah, here we go.
He's got it made.
He just has his system down. He just knows what to do. Just a veteran.
I'm fully dialed, Wally. Like really, I am. Like nothing phases me anymore. It's unreal.
Okay. Do they still let you have McDonald's cups during games?
No.
Oh.
No, but I do have no. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I have a whiskey before games.
Well, you used to in a container behind the arena with me. Well, you'd spray paint me naked.
Yeah, we'd have a very large whiskey before we spray paint.
I never would drink a whiskey. I'm not man enough for that, man.
And then I'd get my buddy Jason, who was the rink manager at the time. He'd bring me a McDonald's, well, not a Pepsi cup like this. And it was always full of whatever. I think they had Coors Light when we were in the tent, right?
We used to have a couple drinks in the fridge in the container out back, and then maybe I had a McDonald's cup too. I'd coach the power play.
Every period they'd bring me a different drink, big gulp. And then by the third, I was buckled.
I used to think ice was so bad. I'm starting to think just our sharpener was drunk.
Yeah. You want to get your skates done before the game, not during the third. I remember the games and you'd be packing up the sticks. There'd be 5 minutes left, Dease?
That's still the same, Wally. 2 minutes to go.
Don't break your stick with a couple minutes left. Dease has places to be.
Yeah, I'm like, see ya, got things to do. Bye. Nothing changes.
Dicko, what kind of car are you buzzing around in this year?
We got a little Nissans, actually. Yeah, they're nice. Nice
Nissans.
little things. Yeah.
Do you remember
Good
the
on
first
gas.
day you drove on the wrong side of the car?
Oof.
Who, mine?
Yeah. Do you remember the first day you drove on that wrong side?
Yeah, I didn't have much leeway. It was kind of showed up and was like, "Here's your car." Like
drive home. Yeah.
The hardest part, you're just using your left hand doing the gear
shift.
stick, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they got you all sticks.
Yeah, I think a couple guys got automatics.
Oh, the
But
ones
I,
that are like, I really can't do it. I have to get
Yeah.
an automatic. You should just learn.
I mean, you get used to it, but I'll still bomb down the wrong side of the road.
That's not good.
Like,
You shouldn't do that.
I do that here.
Yeah,
Oh,
that happens
my
quite
word.
frequently. Like probably 3 times a year, I'll go down the wrong way. I'm like, oh,
See, I
man.
always find that it wasn't that hard because, like, if you're driving and you're beside the curb, that doesn't feel natural, right? You want to be in the middle of the road as the driver. My hardest
Yeah.
part was walking to the right side of the car to get in. I'd always walk to the passenger
Yeah.
seat.
Well, I've got it over here because obviously I'm used to the UK side. I've got
Yeah.
in the wrong side and sat there and gone, where the fuck's the wheel?
Mm.
And I look like a dumbass getting back out to walk around.
Okay, here's a random question that just popped through my head because I never look at the exchange rates anymore, and it affected my career. What's the euro like to the Canadian these days, Marty?
I don't think it's very good right now. I think it's
Really changes things for a player.
1.45 to the Canadian dollar.
And one
Oh,
time
wow.
when I was running amok in the second league, there was a time it got over 1.7. And
Yeah.
then a couple years later, it dropped to 1.3. And then you start looking in the mirror like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
And it's out of your control. It has nothing to do with how many goals or assists or block shots you have, right?
And you're waiting, like, when do I transfer money? Do I wait?
You got to figure out your transfer rate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dicko, how the pounds doing? All right.
I honestly don't know. I haven't really checked it, to be honest.
I think it's like 1.7.
Yeah.
And that
To the
seems
Canadian
low,
dollar.
right? It used to be like 2 to 1, right?
You remember our first year? It was 2 to 1.
That's
And
like
then
the only time I
Brexit.
was there. Yeah.
Yeah, Brexit.
Then
I remember I
Brexit
went on
screwed a
vacation
lot
to
of things
London.
up.
I remember going to vacation in London way back, and I'm like, just kind of walking around doing whatever. Oh, this is only whatever, 6, 7, 8 pounds. And you check your card statement after. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, buckled.
It was really hot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. What other questions do I got? Just random stuff written down
Yeah,
today. Dease, what's your favorite pregame speech we did together? And Marty, you can answer too then, okay? Because you were there.
I like the Sheffield one where
When you were
I was
Steeler Dan.
pretending to Steeler Dan, and then you came out as Thor, and I think I still have a scar on my right ass cheek.
Yeah, I still have the hammer somewhere around here. The hammer still thunders and lightning. The batteries
Yeah.
still work from when
I couldn't walk straight for a goddamn week after that.
I
one.
did get really pumped up, and I hit you very, very hard. And I'm sorry. I have the video, and it was pretty exciting.
And, Manchester was also a favorite where you were hiding, and then I think it was Huddy broke the glass because their equipment guy at the time froze the pucks for warm up. I was like, what are you doing?
Is that
and
not a
then-
thing equipment managers do before warmups?
No, you don't freeze pucks in warm up.
We just played a game and the puck was sticking everywhere. I'm like, do you not freeze your pucks? You're saying that breaks glass?
Game pucks. You don't freeze the warm up pucks because you can have 4 pucks hitting the same pane of glass at the same time. It's going to shatter.
And this is why he's a pro, folks. This is why he's a shooting star in the equipment manager world.
That's physics. So yeah, Huddy broke the glass, and then you were hiding in that bathroom.
You
And
know
I think
physics.
it-
Grow up. You don't know a thing about physics.
I know all about physics. But and I think was it Herv was trying to go in the bathroom and he was yanking at the door.
Herv the perv yelled,
Yeah.
if that's Wally in the bathroom. Ah! Yeah.
And I was like, no, there's no one in the bathroom. It's just backed up. So they had.
He
to
was
lock
an
it.
angry little elf that day.
Oh, he wasn't angry. Hey, at least he's in employment this time of year, eh? In the grotto.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah, I would agree that those were my 2 favorites, and because we won both of those games. When you get put through all that effort and then you guys would lose, my gosh, like that's 6-0 to Coventry. That was horse manure. Marty, what was your favorite one? Do you think?
Kind of forgot about those till you brought.
Oh, really? Yeah, you've hidden that in your brain, eh? Mhm.
I tried to remove that or bury it deep down. I think wasn't there one with a tricycle?
Where was it? Yeah, where did I take the tricycle?
I don't think I was involved. That was when you were doing it with Lordo, Dease.
Where did I take the tricycle?
There was Dease came in on a tricycle, and if you can picture
The first game I
That
ever
stuck out of
lost,
my
the
head.
first game I ever lost when I was 9-0, was when I did it with Colby, and he was 3 years old. And
and he came in as
Hulk.
who was he?
He was the Hulk.
Hulk, yeah.
And then all the boys
And
yelled, and then he like got nervous and like, but then he went around and fist bumped everybody, and then you guys went out and lost. Punks.
I remember in Belfast. I don't know if you were there, Wally. We were in Belfast.
They would never fly me to Belfast to do pre-game speeches.
In the period break in Belfast, they had this like go-kart race thing that went on. And before the game, I asked my buddy, who's like the big boss in the arena in Belfast, I was like, hey, can I borrow one of those go-karts? He's like, why? I was like, no reason. I just want to borrow the go-kart. So I came in hot on this little pedally go-kart and did 2 laps of the room. And then I flew out of the room. Like, they opened the door when it was done, and I flew out, and I didn't realize that I'd stopped the go-kart and stood up in the tunnel. So there was about 2,000 people that saw me stand up stark naked. I just casually looked to my right and was like, oh shit.
Well, and the thing is like, people may think we're weird, but the pregame speeches just didn't have the same effect with clothes on, right?
No, not at all.
Actually, the first time I ever did it, people that have been to the BBT would know this. Dicko, you wouldn't even know the BBT, eh?
Oh, it was chilly.
No, it wasn't there.
So there was a closet at the end of the locker room, and it was just a storage room packed with shit. Nobody ever opened the door. And I sat in there naked, dressed as Thor with the hammer, had a couple drinks in the closet. And then Lordo comes in, does a speech, and something like nothing ever happened, right? They're like, what's happening? Where's Dease? Why is it? And then all of a sudden I came out of the opposite end of the room, right? And then I got the hammer right in Richie's face, told him that they were going to take it and like it, right? But that was probably one of my favorites, because the adrenaline, when you're sitting there, Marty, you did a pregame speech, didn't you?
In Graz.
Right, for the Devils.
The Devils.
Yeah, we talked about that. So you know about the anxiety and like sitting there in the bathroom naked and afraid. You weren't naked though, eh?
Yeah, I wasn't naked, no. But
not
I
the
did.
same effect. Bet you they probably lost that game.
Full effort.
There was a lot of thoughts, anxiety, a little bit of shame, a little bit of what am I doing with my life?
It's not good when there's a mirror in that bathroom, I'll tell you that. Because then you got to look at yourself and be like, what am I doing with my life?
Why am I green?
I'm fat now, my knee doesn't work, and now I'm naked, spray painted. But I would say one of the lowest points for me was when Dease had his greasy mitts all over me, rubbing dirt all over me to make it more authentic that I was a Viking.
It was the Viking.
Yeah,
it was the Viking in Manchester.
Your greasy mitts on me did not feel natural. No.
You enjoy
it. Okay, here's the next question. Dicko, is there ever beers on the bus anymore in hockey?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, you know, after
a Sunday night,
Sunday games, or Sunday night, but
okay,
not maybe not as many as before.
Right.
You know what was good for that was Germany. Germany was very big about the beers on the bus.
It depended who your coach was, though. When I
got here too.
Yeah.
Are you getting
it's
a lot of beers?
Automatic. It's good.
See, when I was in Germany, the guy that was our coach had been an alcoholic and wouldn't let anybody drink ever in Bietigheim for a couple of years. So yeah, we wouldn't do anything by the rink or as a team, but then when we'd get home, we'd all really get after it, you know?
We had like our coach, the guy I had was Pav. He's in Mannheim now, and he was like super hard.
Pav, what's the last name?
Gross.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And he was a great coach, like super strict and hard, but like loved when the boys had beers on the bus. Like he wanted the boys to get into the beers on the bus. It was kind of like a team thing every game.
If I was a coach, I'd do the same thing because it's important. Driving back on a bus trip can suck or it can be awesome.
Yeah.
And you could all get to know each other, get to know about each other's families and where you're from. Or you could just sit there and look at your iPads like a bunch of nerds, right?
Yeah.
But no, the beers on the bus, I think that'll mean, hopefully, while I'm still playing, it'll still be a thing.
I
Sneak 'em.
agree. How was that? I guess I haven't asked when you came on. We were right in the heart of COVID and you weren't playing, I think, right? So you did get a new contract and you're playing again. So how was that taking a year off?
You know what? It wasn't. I mean, obviously, I would have liked to play, but it wasn't. Looking at it, wasn't that bad, to be honest. Like,
You got to be
get a
home,
little-
right? And see some friends.
Yeah, I was home all year, and just around for stuff that I haven't been home in years for, like Christmas, and you get to see your buddies and stuff, have a good laugh, and no, honestly, I had coming back. I mean, I trained pretty hard this summer because I was pretty nervous because I didn't know how I was gonna react to taking a year off, but. It was weird. Like I had a bunch of little injuries and stuff that just kind of I don't really feel anymore. Kind of maybe did the body a little good.
You got refreshed a bit by having a break, right? You get
Yeah,
broken down, right, over the years.
Yeah, you get excited to play again too, right? It's like, because it's a grind most years, and when you miss a year, it's like, I mean, I even enjoy, most days you'd be like dreading practice. It's just nice to go to the rink now.
Because you're
Well,
happy to go.
Of
Yeah.
course, you're excited.
Yeah.
That'd excite the shit out of me too.
Oh God. So Marty, your whole thing, we talked about this last time we talked, I guess, was right when you had decided to leave Cardiff for Graz, right?
I think, or was it last time? I think it was normal. Or yeah, it was Graz. You're right, in the summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That was,
everything's still good though. You're happy with the decision and everything?
yeah, like I'm really enjoying. We got a good group here and just like great spot, great facilities, everything. We got this guy taking care of us.
It would be nice to
Oh.
have a guy when you get there, right? Even if he is
Yeah.
wearing Nike pumps and sharpen the skates, right?
Yeah. No, Dease has actually been awesome. He's been huge. But everything's been great. Honestly, we've just started to win some games, so now it's feeling a lot better. That's for sure. And like I said, like
Okay,
we got a fun
here's
group.
the next question then. How different is it in the regular season playing in the EIHL compared to normal leagues?
That's like a great.
Normal leagues.
No, but like
No,
Dicko, they lose a game and people lose their marbles. Everybody's yelling and screaming all over Twitter and everything, saying the team sucks. They're this, they're that. And it's because you lost a regular season game, right? Like zip
But-
it.
Yeah, obviously you get that's like there's pros and cons. That's definitely like the negative part of it. But I also like I've adopted that like every game is big because like here like we were losing a lot of games at the beginning of the year and it was kind of just like like we got to learn from it. Next game we'll get better, and it was just I don't know. I felt like no, like we need to like win now. Like we are not winning. This sucks. Like
Yeah.
I just felt too nonchalant. It was just like, oh, we'll get in the play. I don't know. I really kind of adopted the winning.
Oh, I remember it,
like
man,
it.
when you'd play a
Makes
regular
the
season
game
game. It
more
was so
fun.
huge. Yeah, every game's big, right? It doesn't matter who you're playing,
Yeah. So,
but it's kind of exhausting, right?
it's like makes it for a long. If you're in the hunt for the trophy, it makes
Oh,
for
it's
a
a long
long
grind.
year, especially when like Lordo's your coach and like you got like everything going on.
Yeah.
Those were some like long years for sure. Not like saying negatively, but there's a lot going on. But yeah, I don't know. They're different. It's different, right?
Yeah. How about you, Dicko? You had never done it till you got to the UK. Now this is your third season of it.
Yeah, it took a little bit to get used to, right? Because you're playing big games in October. It's like, oh, this is a, big game. We can, pull away in the
Every
league.
weekend.
You're just
Yeah.
like,
Okay.
when you first get here, it's kind of weird. You're just like, what? It's October. But I don't mind it. You get used to it. And, it kind of makes, like you guys were saying, every game important. It's definitely good for the fans, I think.
Yeah. And actually it brings back a memory.
It keeps people.
I remember seeing you block a slap shot with like your head one game.
I toe picked there.
You
but
toe picked and then you're like,
everyone thought I blocked it with my head, but
yeah, because if you're
Well, I
thinking,
did
you
hit
don't
my
put your
head,
head
I
in
did
front of
toe
it, right? Put your shin pads in
Yeah.
front of that sucker.
yeah, I didn't purposely go in head first, but no, it keeps.
Nobody
I
needs
mean,
to toe pick.
in a lot of leagues too, you get into February or something, the fans kind of die out where it's like, oh, playoffs are coming. It's hard to,
Keep them
maybe a little
motivated.
harder to get up for those games. But here the rink's always going to be going because every game's big.
Yeah, unless you're out of it, but I guess then you're still playing
Yeah,
the teams and you can upset them, right? And that's funny to beat teams that are in the hunt. So does the Twix thing still happen in Cardiff? Because I still think it's really cool that my shed started a Twix movement.
Yeah, when we win, they get the Twix going.
Perfect.
I still don't even know what it's about, to be honest, but it's funny.
So that was in the shed. Mosey came on, and my buddy Jeff Lavecchio had played with Mac in Hungary, and I guess he had started a Twix movement in Hungary. And I said, well, we could get that started in Cardiff. Folks throw Twix at him. And then the next game, they threw Twix at him.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I even had a Sheffield fans throwing Twix at Mac in Sheffield, right? Or where did he shut him out 5-0 in Sheffield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they threw Twix at him in Sheffield, folks. Sheffield fans. That is the hockey world coming together. And how else you can come together is by buying raffle tickets for these fellows' jerseys at www.ailshockeytales.com. They're £2 a piece, or we talked about exchange rates, so you guys will have to figure that out because math brain's not on right now. Okay.
Smooth transition.
Nice.
Thanks, man. You see that? Yeah.
We played Farival this weekend, Wally.
I actually don't feel like I'm playing my best today, guys. I'm sorry. There's been too many episodes without beers, but it's the only way to get guys overseas, and it is what it is.
Got to start a little earlier, Wally.
I gotta work, right? So
Start drinking, I mean.
No, you need the vacation days and stuff, right? But no, I gotta have someone on from Canada soon, right? So we can lay into one here. Getting too healthy. Okay. I don't know what else to say. What's the travel like in the Eihl?
Pretty good actually. Most trips are 2 to 4 hours. Anything over 4, we go day before.
And your bus, what? Anything over what?
Over 4?
Over 4. Anything.
You guys are prima donnas in that league. We'd bus right up 12 hours to Bremerhaven, play the game, and bus right back.
Well, we didn't do that in Cardiff either. We go to Scotland, we're going day before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hadn't stayed in a hotel the whole time I was in Germany. They were too cheap, right? 6 years, never stayed in a hotel for hockey.
You should have seen the hotel we had in Italy, like, what was it, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was nice.
Unbelievable.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was brutal.
No. It was like a chalet.
It's probably the best hotel I'm ever going to stay in.
And then we go out and lay an egg.
Yeah, laid an egg.
I
had a great time in the steam room, the sauna, jacuzzi. It was fantastic.
Boys are on vacation mode.
Dease is on vacation, permanent vacation mode.
Living the life.
It is interesting for an equipment manager. You guys it doesn't really matter if you win or lose, eh? Like, you don't get fired for not winning.
Nope, get paid the same, win or lose. I'm on the booze.
Most professional equipment manager in the sport, folks. We brought him on here today to really spotlight him. And you know what? He can say whatever he wants. We're trying to help you, Dease. We're trying.
I don't need help, Wally.
I'm just kidding. Okay, Dicko, what was the hardest league you ever played in? And like, isn't it weird how every country in each league, because you've played in a lot of them, how everyone's a little different?
Yeah, I mean, just even lifestyle's different, and the hockey's different in every league as well, right? It's
absolutely.
Yeah, I think probably Russia just because of the travel. I mean, the travel there is pretty crazy, and it's a good league. And if you're on a bottom team there, it's pretty tough to
have
fun. Pretty tough to win. And I mean, there's a big difference between top teams and lower teams, but I find all the leagues have been good. This league's a grind. It's where every game's important, it's physical, and it's every night's hard. So it's been good that way.
Yeah, the back-to-backs are killer.
Yeah, but I find
Manchester this weekend.
Yeah, Manchester than here, but I missed this weekend. I was out, but I think the leagues have all changed too. It's like, I remember my first couple years in Sweden, it was all puck control. And like, if we didn't have a play at the blue line, like they were like, do not dump that puck in the end. Like, bring it back. We'll bring it back and we'll regroup. So we were just swinging, and it was pretty controlled. It wasn't, it wasn't overly fast. It was, I mean, like, there was fast guys, but it was all puck control. But now I went back years later. I think I went back 6 years later, expecting that. I was like, oh, this will be fun again, and then everyone's going up and down, skating 1,000,000 miles an hour, and it's pretty straightforward. So I think everyone's got into the speed game. So
Definitely. Yeah. Speed game is the thing. Yeah. It's not my
no
cup of
good
tea.
for that, Wally.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not. Marty, what do you think of the Eihl then? I guess we talked about it. They don't really finish their checks as much, but they're good.
Yeah. Like I think I said before, it feels like a smart league. Like,
So then what are the fans like? Are they like German fans? Very high and low, love you one day, want to kill you the next?
I mean, I don't speak the language, so I don't know what they're saying. Right?
That's the beauty.
That's the one
of it.
nice thing,
You have no idea if they're chipping. You be like, hey, nice to see you.
we were
Just
losing.
wave.
Yeah,
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Didn't know what they were saying about us, so that's one nice thing. But I mean, we play in Italy, and we play in different countries.
Italy, Hungary, Czech, Slovenia.
We just played Fehérvár in Hungary, where Fournier is, and like
that's who he plays for. Yeah.
And like they've
Swan.
got like an old barn, but like the fans are standing on top of you and they're chanting.
Banging the drum.
Yeah, there's some good atmospheres here.
Yeah, fans in Europe are nuts. They get right into her.
Yeah, they're passionate.
You've been drinking. You guys got Christmas markets around there?
We were in lockdown, just opened back up today.
Yeah.
So the markets are going to be back open, which is nice.
Can run amok at those food stands.
Yeah.
Hot
Yeah.
wine. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got a few days off.
Yeah, I always gain some weight in December. Yeah.
December's a good month.
It's a tough month in Europe if you're trying to be an athlete. Okay. Well, here's my next question then, Dicko. What was the worst culture you've been in, if all the countries you played in? Back to Russia?
You know what? I didn't mind living in Russia. No, I kind of liked it there. I wish I did better so I could have stuck around a little longer, but I'd say there's no bad cultures. Sweden was a little bit different. Like by the end when I left, it's just it's pretty calm, and
they're conservative, I believe is the word.
Yeah, it's very where, I mean, you go next door to Finland, and Finland, I love Finland. I had a great time there, but yeah, Sweden's just, I'd say, probably the most different than we're used to.
Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't have guessed that.
It's just different. It's not in a bad way. It's just.
Did they get into the hot dog game like Denmark?
Oh yeah, I remember my first bus trip there. You'd stop and everyone would get a hot dog.
Oh, they love hot dogs in Denmark. I was just wondering if it's a Scandinavia thing, because they'll put the hot dog like in a sock, right? They got a bun that is like it goes on like a condom.
The French hot dogs, I think they call
that's
them.
what.
There.
Yeah,
like a baguette.
Correct, and they just jam it right in there, right?
A big spike.
But then how do you get the mustard in there unless you're going to take the hot dog out, squirt the mustard on, and then jam her back in, right?
Yeah, I think I used to put it in the bottom and then I drizzle some on the top. I remember my old man came over for Christmas one year, and he probably had at least one of those a day. He couldn't believe how good they were. He loved them. He still talks about them.
Hot dogs can be very good. Yeah. Yeah. Interesting bun. Never would have imagined.
And like I said, it was just maybe the most different. Well, I mean, Russia's different too, but maybe I just didn't know anything they were saying. So I didn't, didn't really affect me too much, but I didn't mind living there.
Okay. Well, here's my next question. I'm going to start with Dease. You can't say donors, but you've lived in a few places now. You've traveled to all those other countries. Okay. What is your favorite meal in the world? Other than donairs.
Whenever we go to Italy, the pasta's always mind blowing.
Like you're getting a bolognese, or what are you doing?
Well, I get the carbonara, and it's always lights out. But my favorite meal, if I got a choice, is a fillet steak. Every
Okay.
time, blue. Like
What
literally,
what's on the side with your steak then?
fries, garlic. No, not fries. Actually, not fries. I'd go
You're
with
better than that.
mashed potato, and then some garlic mushrooms on the side, and maybe a little small macaroni cheese just to spice it up a little.
Huh, okay, Marty.
I don't know. Like lately, I've been hooked on the curries ever since the
Stop
UK.
it! Really, I've never ventured
Oh.
down that road.
Love
I
it.
feel like it makes me smell bad after, like
Oh, we
body
found
odor,
Smell bad anyway.
like
found a place
armpits.
here,
What
like garlic naan bread, and you dip it in on the sauce. Like
Where's
I'm
that?
happy.
I
Loving
like
it.
I like naan bread. I just the curries, right? It's just I couldn't get. So you're getting into that stuff, eh? Like Indian food then?
Yeah, like yeah, really liking it lately.
Huh.
You get the dipping all the naan bread in there. It's so good.
Using a little more deodorant then, or no?
Hop in the shower after.
Okay, Dicko, how about you?
Yeah, I like the steaks. I'm a big steak guy. There's some good spots around here. I like the fillet, but if I'm having a cheat meal per se, I still like the pizza.
Yeah, pizza's a staple. Okay.
I like the Domino's. I like the
Really, eh?
Domino's.
I
find the Domino's-
see. And now we're going back to naan bread. I'd rather make a homemade pizza than eat Domino's on a naan bread.
I find the Domino's over here is better than home.
Well, the McDonald's are definitely better in Europe. Marty, have you been to a McDonald's in Austria?
Yeah, and they're even like clean and nice and
Okay.
I was reading up on the thing. I think they're like preservative rates or something are a lot higher in Europe. Like what they can put in stuff it's better ingredients.
Yeah.
Than
Well,
we're allowed to do
And
in
that's
America.
why they have littler fridges, is because their food goes bad quicker.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
ask Marty about it. Fridge and
yeah,
freezer.
the fridge is tiny over here. I pretty much go to the grocery store every day.
Yeah, and that's like your
I
thing.
do the
to
same
right?
thing here too. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind it. It's like you said, just the food goes bad quicker, but I would rather that than have it pumped with a bunch of
Right.
stuff.
And then you go to Canada and all the vegetables in the grocery store all look perfect. And you're like, how can they all look so
Yeah.
perfect and then stay
You
good
got-
for so long?
Yeah, you got Wonder Bread that doesn't go green for like 6 weeks or something.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then here's my next question, because we're in a food groove right now. Favorite restaurant in Cardiff?
Well, it's gone now.
What was yours?
It was what was it?
We talking like a dinner
What was it
restaurant?
called?
I would say, I love Oaxaca.
Is that the Mexican place downtown?
Yeah.
Yeah, we go
right
for
across-
lunch there quite a bit.
That's the one I was going to say. I didn't know what it was called. But that was right on that corner of the mall, right?
Right across from John Lewis there.
That is right up my alley.
That one was nice.
Mhm.
What about the other one? Me, you and Deuce went to a few times.
If I'm doing pasta, I like
Nice.
the Giovanni's.
Giovanni's. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Giovanni's if I'm doing pasta.
Oh yeah,
That's
Giovanni.
middle
They've got
That's
they've got that nice one down there by Mermaid Key.
Oh my God. What's
Oh,
the
the open one there? I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's got one there. He's got one right in the middle of the city, and there's another
Mhm.
one on. Is it
Ah.
Parkway Plaza or something?
Vapiano's? Has anybody been to a Vapiano's?
Oh, love
We
that.
got-
Oh my God. I couldn't think of the name, but they started hitting Germany there by last
These
few
guys are
years.
loving
And
that.
my
I've never
good
been.
Lord. Oh my God.
Nothing
I
special.
ate every pregame meal there for 2 years, and it's funny.
You could eat
Since
there every day.
playing in like Champions League, first thing I do is put in my maps Vapiano.
Oh
And
God.
me and a few of the boys that played in Germany, we'd go there. I
know
found
what
one
you
in
get in,
Edinburgh. I went in one in Edinburgh 2 weeks ago. It was incredible.
Oh man. Yeah. If anybody's going to start a franchise in Canada,
Oh yeah.
that's what we need.
The Lupa
So-
was the one in Cardiff we used to go to.
Okay.
That
was
Well,
really
this Vapiano's, what happens, folks, is you get up there and you stand like in line and they cook the pasta fresh in front of you, and it's fresh made pasta, and they have their ingredients and you tell them and they cook it right in front of you. or the pizza, right? And then you take it back to your table. They got little basil trees at each table, some salt and pepper, a little olive oil, you know?
It's delicious.
You're right.
I always wonder in North America if people would catch on to the concept.
I'm pretty sure it's in the USA.
Is it?
I think so.
But
well,
there it goes. I guess it works.
I'm pretty sure, but like that might be the best restaurant. They had one in Hellbronn, Germany. That's when I got right into it. Was the year I played in Hellbronn.
Like a hibachi Olive Garden.
No? It's an Italian place. It's pizza, pasta. I think that's the main things, right? And then, but they cook it like fresh right in front of you. Like you see them drop the noodles in right in front of you, and then they got their like wok with all the stuff, and they're mixing it around. Good gosh, I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
We should stop talking about Vapianos. Free ads.
Yeah, it's almost like, you know what it is? It's like cafeteria style. Basically.
It is. Yeah.
But high
end cafeteria.
Yes, very high.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah, you should check that out. Okay. Well, I don't really know if I have anything else to talk to you guys about. I just wrote down a bunch of random questions today. Do you guys have anything for me?
How's the junior hockey, Wally?
Like my kids' hockey?
Yeah.
Under 11s?
They came back from 2-0 down.
Buddy, I honestly, I like coaching more than playing. And I really like it. And I think I'm actually I think I'm pretty good at it. But like bringing a team together, like these boys love each other. They seen them at the Christmas party last night, and they're running through the forest playing Manhunt. New game. We never played as kids. Pretty cool though. And like these boys are then down in the basement playing mini hockey. And it's just like they really do like love each other. And I think we're going to probably win a lot of games because the boys they really, really like showing up at the rink. I've had so many parents tell me that their kid is so much more into hockey than he used to be. And that they are coming home and like, do we have practice tonight? Do we get to go? And I'm like, oh my God, it makes my heart so full.
Are you're running practices and everything?
Yeah. Well, me and another guy are co-coaches. We're head coaches together. And it's the full deal. Yeah.
Wow.
Full go. We've won a tournament. And then we lost a heartbreaker that I still don't like talking about. We lost in a shootout in the silver stick finals after dominating the whole game. But I'm okay. It's okay. But we have one more tournament, and then they just told us we're not having playoff series. We're having a fucking tournament. And I'm telling you, I haven't seen a team that could beat us in a series. You play us in a series, there's no way you're beating us. You can beat us in a shootout in a finals of a playoff or a tournament, but you're not going to beat us in a series. And now OMHA just released that like there's no elimination series and it's going to be a tournament. Yeah, it is brutal because then the best team might not win.
Yeah.
But I guess the AHL might know about that in playoffs. But it's an exciting weekend, and I think everybody should go there, even if they don't get to play hockey that weekend, because it is a fun time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one thing about the UK league that I find different than Austria, Germany, or anywhere else is that the fans, like, even if they're from different teams, like you go to Nottingham and they all get along and they all like to get after it.
Oh, it's a gonger. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of inter-club breeding between those fans that weekend too.
Oof.
Yeah.
Inter-club breeding.
But seriously, folks, don't forget to buy raffle tickets at www.eilshockeytales.com. And that is to help my friends pay for their expenses from a recent car accident and to help their young family. So please buy tickets. It's the last week. I know the Gratz 99ers jersey. A lot of folks are going to want that. And you got a pretty good chance of winning if you buy tickets right now, because we haven't sold that many. So people, buy some tickets for that one. And then the Steven Dixon one, look at his hair, folks. You could have a game worn jersey of that fella right there with those gorgeous long black locks. And this has been another episode of Zero Ales and Hockey Tales with Dicko, Dease, and the Goat.